Hello. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Got quite a show for you today. Made some big roster changes. Things just weren't looking good in the ratings, so we had to make some moves. My name's Ian Witherspoon. I'm your host, and I am happy to be Anthony Free. Well, welcome to another rousing edition of Between Taorminas, where I'm only next to a Taormina today. Hi, how are you? Good to see you. And I've got another guy, our newest co-host, newest addition to the show, Mr. Garrett Kaloje. Yep. We had a lot of feedback from viewers, and the weak link has been removed and replaced. Anthony is no longer part of our show. He's gone. He left. No. He left in a blaze of glory.
Yes, he did.
Oh, you want to shake my hand on that one, don't you?
No.
So I'm set to. So am I the interim host until you hire a search firm to?
Hey, they're doing that with the Lions right now.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I feel like I'm
hired
the
a search
interim
firm?
GM.
We have to hire a search firm.
Supposedly the Lions haven't hired a search firm.
I've been hearing Kwame Kilpatrick's firm's been hired.
I'd rather have Kwame Kilpatrick run the Lions than Sheldon White.
Probably.
You know, he would make great decisions from the Texas State Penitentiary.
Mm-hmm.
I agree with you.
He sure would.
He would sign all of the prison mates from the football league, and he would have them be the scouting staff, the player development coaches. Kwame for GM.
Yeah.
Hashtag Kwame for GM.
Yeah.
Kwame for GM.
Dear God.
Hey, let's talk about
down
the
the
Lions.
field for
All
a
right.
4-12 result that it will yield.
I'd take 4 and 12.
I wouldn't.
Is that still a top 5 pick in the draft? I don't know.
No.
It might be like 5 or 6, I think, as of
I would
now.
take it. I would take it.
Hey, Lions did something for the first time since 1991.
You know what? I want the Lions to lose because I want a better draft pick and I want them to clean house.
Mm-hmm.
But if they had to win one game, thank you, Jesus, for winning at Lambeau.
Fans should buy lottery tickets and name their children after Lions players after this game. Actually, I'm kidding about that. You should never do that, but you should buy lottery tickets because this never happens.
I'm going to name my firstborn Carzone. Carzone, what's the dude's name? Butler that made the last play?
Preston, I think.
Preston Butler?
Preston Butler.
Yeah.
No. It's like Cardzone.
Oh, I have no idea.
I don't know.
What happened in that game was the Green Bay Packers played the role of the Detroit Lions.
It looked like they were wearing Lions uniforms.
They looked like they were wearing Lions uniforms. Like you're wearing right now. What the heck? The clowns are us. Good Lord.
Celebrate. Come on. No, I'm kidding.
Hey.
What?
All kidding aside, but let's put this with the Lions.
Did
This is
somebody tell
probably-
Anthony to
hey,
put the Lions logo on the TV?
Hey,
Jeez, what a
this is
terrible
probably
director.
this is probably the ugliest Lions win I've ever seen, regardless of outcome or whatever.
There we
You
go.
missed 2 extra points, mind you. You missed 2 extra points. Your
Yeah.
offense looks like you can't even win.
Hey.
Hey,
Stafford did drive.
Stafford did
late
drive.
in the game on the road.
it was.
He
you know
does
what?
have more wins on the road against above 500 teams than Aaron Rodgers does over the past 3 years. Woo!
This is Stafford's
No.
first win.
He actually does.
No.
This is actually Matthew Stafford's first win on the road against a team that is 500 or better. You know, this is a huge moment in the history of Detroit Lions football because
What history?
yeah,
What history?
Hey, the Lions actually have quite a long history.
Of ineptitude?
Yes.
Yeah,
It's a
futility.
history.
of utility.
There's years there.
Yeah,
Not good
futility.
years, but go ahead. Continue your.
When you look at the Lions,
Yes.
this has been a team that has been feudal since 1957, ever since this kid's been born.
My dad was young.
Yes.
My father is the
When you
weak
look at
link.
the Lions, this is a team in which, I don't know what to say. I was speechless. when they beat Green Bay.
I celebrated 3 different
couldn't
times
believe it.
because I thought the game was over 3 different times.
I did too. Here's the funny thing is, and I was actually working for part of this day too. I was sitting in I was watching this game, and I was talking to other people, and I said, the Lions are going to Lions themselves, and they're going to give up the lead. They're going to let Green Bay score, somehow give up the 2-point conversion, get the ball back, and have them kick a field goal. 2 out of the 3 things happened there.
How they did not hit that field goal is a little strange.
The fact that the Lions only kicked like 3 field goals all day, but yet you missed. I mean, it's just so Lions. It's so conventional Lions football. But here's the thing I find interesting about this team is that yes, they're 2-7. Yes, they're in the doldrums, without question. There's still some pieces here. The one thing I'm actually looking forward to seeing is what guys actually truly want to be here for the long haul. Because this is the time now, when you're 2-7 as a football team, to see who really wants to be here moving forward with the rebuild process. Because those guys who are inspired and know that they won't potentially have jobs if they continue to play this way are going to step up.
What about the same rules applying to the front office?
Well, that's the same thing it should go.
That's the same thing
rules.
with coaching staff
Because
as well.
when you're looking at this here, Jim Caldwell's not coming back. Everybody knows that.
Wait, what?
Jim Caldwell's not coming back.
Are you sure?
I am sure he's not coming back.
Do you want to bet?
Sammy, I think
I'm
you might
scared.
have. I think Sammy might have a point, but I'm starting to think he might come back.
Why do you think he might come back 1 more year?
If Sheldon White is
If
named the
Sheldon White is
GM,
named the GM
of this
team, then
You
this
should
is
build a
gonna-
statue of
then,
him.
No, this is basically like another Millen-esque move because you think about it. When William Clay Ford named Martin Mayhew and Tom Llewellyn, into that mix, Martin Mayhew was a stooge of Matt Millen. So everybody's around town's gonna say if Sheldon White is hired to be the next GM of the Lions, then it's gonna be like a Millen to Mayhew to another Millen move. Because
And that's the fear.
That's the fear of this
if
team.
they keep winning, that's the
They
fear.
keep winning, that's the fear.
But what has tanking done for any team? And you don't even need to look in the NFL. If there's no good ownership in place, regardless of the team, tanking doesn't matter.
Who's your favorite NFL team?
Indianapolis Colts.
They're
Lions,
tanking.
Who did they tank for?
Andrew Luck. But they haven't looked as good this year, though.
That's
and my
this
perfect
year.
example, though.
That's 1 year.
Right.
Here.
But they tanked. Suck for luck.
Uh-huh.
Remember
They
the
sucked
whole
for
campaign?
luck. Yes, and that was the year that Jim Caldwell was there. Went 2-14. They got fired. Suck for luck, and things change. One guy can change, but you have to have that guy.
Correct.
Is that guy in this year's draft? I don't know. Is it Robert Kimdichie? I don't know. Is it
He's not in
Laquan
this year's
Treadwell?
draft, no.
I don't know.
I don't think so.
I don't
But
think so. It's
you're
2
looking
years
at
from now.
you keep sucking, you keep losing. Hopefully that means all the front office is broomed out and you get your guy to run the
But what
organization.
about what the Edmonton Oilers did? They sucked for
they
years.
still suck.
It's all. I mean, they sucked. They got the first overall pick 4 out of the past 6 years.
6 years.
True. But I don't know much about their front office.
It's in
moves.
shambles.
Yeah, it's in
Okay.
shambles, yeah.
So moves were made with the Lions. They cleaned up a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
They gotta finish the process. Martha Ford cannot look at these people, Bill Keenis, blah blah blah, the people that have been here for 20 years and over, Sheldon White, and say, well, hey, you guys went 4-4 in the second half, so I'm gonna give you another season to try it.
No!
At
you gotta
But
is
I
the
think-
Lions
No.
though.
I still
the
think that it
Lions.
doesn't matter, though, to Martha, because Martha's just going to be fed up with it either way. She knows this is a lost season.
Does she?
Does
She's
she?
a
She's
90-year-old
90 years
woman.
old.
She's been on the job for a year and a half and has done more than her late husband's done in probably 50 years of owning the franchise. I mean, I'm at least comfortable with the fact that she's made these moves in a year and a half for her being owner of the team.
Yeah.
I mean, she's a 90-year-old woman. You don't see 90-year-old women be this feisty.
No.
She's very feisty. I do agree on that. She's
They're
very
they're the purse wielding.
Yeah. It's just the Lions.
It's the Lions.
It's the Lions.
It's your favorite team, Ian.
And they might be introducing the grinder, Sheldon White,
They
as their
play.
next GM.
They play the Oakland Raiders next.
Yep. And I hope they lose.
Who you got? Oakland.
Give me AC/DC Oakland.
Yep.
Okay.
I got the Raiders.
Okay.
When we come back,
I'm sure the Lions will win.
I know. When we
Stay
come,
tuned.
Make a trip over to the Orion Arts Center to enjoy some family fun and fresh food at the 2015 Lake Orion Farmers Market. Every Wednesday through October 21st from 2 to 7 p.m., local vendors will bring their farm fresh produce, baked goods, and more for the parents while the kids have some fun playing games or making crafts. Remember to come often as vendors change from week to week as new crops come into season. For more information on the Lake Orion Farmers Market or to sign up as a vendor, visit lakeorionfarmersmarket.com.
When I'm in Lake Orion and I want to catch up on sports, I watch Between Taorminas.
oh, welcome back. See, look at this guy here. He needs help. That's why you're a Kansas City Royals fan. You know it. You are a Kansas City Royals fan. Yeah.
You punched him in the cheek. You're getting a little too close. Hey, okay, that's enough. Ian's a good man.
Hey,
He's a gentleman and a scholar and very prideful of teams that like to lose.
Hey, what about the team like the Detroit Pistons?
They're doing all right. I mean, shouldn't have gone five. I mean, you should have. I thought they would go 500 on that road trip. Maybe you would have gone 4-2. Mm-hmm. The only thing that discourages me is the fact that you didn't win against the Clippers team when you were up big time for them at half, and then you didn't beat the Lakers, who don't look that good. I mean, you can take away the first half of that road trip. They beat Phoenix. They beat Portland in incredible fashion. Basically, they were tied at one point, I think, or hanging in there with the defending champion Warriors for most of that game. But then the last 3 games, you just shake your head and just say, is this the same old Pistons? But I think this isn't the same old Pistons. I mean, we have the king himself coming to the Palace tomorrow night. Then you have the Wizards in there on Saturday.
Wait. You think this is not the same old team? I'll tell you why this is the same old team. It's because one, I'm betting with this guy right here. Because everybody knows the Pistons ain't making the playoffs this year because of the fact that this team is still young. They're still inexperienced. I mean, they don't have a true star on this team. Marcus, I mean, like, you look at this.
They have stars on this team. Andre Drummond is not going to be DeMarcus Cousins, but he's developing a post game. He was named consecutive Player of the Week for the Eastern Conference.
Reggie Jackson is not.
Now Reggie Jackson can have
he's
a bad
streaky.
game.
He's had 3 bad games.
Marcus Morris is a young leader on this team. Stanley Johnson is going to be that guy that you would think Marcus Morris will be 4 or 5 years down the road.
Well, look at Marcus Morris. You know, would you wanted to get him or would you want to get his brother? I think his brother was
right,
much
but you
more
probably
athletic.
weren't going to be able to get his brother, though, either way. I mean, and even then, I just like the core overall. It's not a bunch of guys that are going to be bona fide elite level players, but you have nice pieces in place. What Steph Curry, mind you, this is the guy who was the NBA MVP. What he said about Kentavious Caldwell-Pope is nothing but a positive sign if you're a Piston fan moving forward. This guy is going to be a legitimate two-way player in the NBA. He gave him all the praise in the world. When you hold Steph Curry to like 16 points.
Would you have him play the 2 or the
22.
3?
22, but either way.
Would you have him play the 2 or the 3?
KCP?
Yeah.
2.
No, I think you have him play the 3.
You have Morris there.
I know.
Only when you have Morris out and you play Spencer Dinwiddie and
Spencer Dinwiddie's not that good.
He's got a good mustache.
he does. He supports the cause for November. Where's your mustache, by the way? It's Movember.
Yeah.
Because I don't like because look at me.
Men's health, man. You gotta grow the beard out.
No.
See, Ian's got a wonderful.
It makes me itch. Beards make me itch.
You have a beautiful Italian beard, though.
No, it makes me
Yeah.
itch.
Sam,
Ian,
it would change your life.
no, it would not.
Yes,
It
it
would
would.
change
No, it
your
would not.
life.
Beards are magical.
It would not.
Beards are magical.
Hey, let's
Sam.
just go to the Pistons here. This team's not that good, to be honest with you. You look at the Miami Heat. They're going to make a run. I think Cleveland's a better team here. Indiana, once they get their act together. Chicago, Milwaukee, once they get their act together. This team's, I think, one of the worst.
They play in one of the toughest divisions, yes, but I mean, I'm not disagreeing with you with Miami. We're going to see them in a week from now when they come to the Palace. That we'll have the first look at Justice Winslow. I mean, it's going to be fun, but dude, the East after the top 4 or 5 teams is not very good. Outside of the top 4 or 5 teams, the Pistons have a chance. If they get hot, they have a chance.
I just don't think this team's going to be a playoff team.
I mean,
really
mind
don't.
you still have to play the Orlandos, the Brooklyns, the Charlottes of the
Toronto.
world 4 times a year. You still play the bottom feeders of the East 4 or 5 times a year. You still have a chance to win games that are easy to win.
Not right, though, but I just think this Piston team, when I look at the playoff picture, I just think that, you got Toronto, I know the Sixers are winless. They're like the modified version of, they're like, I could put him on the Sixers and he still lose games. But
Well, duh.
he would play better for the 76ers.
Maybe.
But the Pistons,
I suck, though.
this is a team that really,
Be supportive.
they're a year away from being good. They're 1 year away.
Maybe.
They're not ready right now. They don't have that time to gel. And I just think that this team is going to fade away later into the year.
But they have the cap space and they have the space, and if they're in it around the trade deadline, they can make the one trade and make the one player and potentially make a run. I mean, you never know.
Plus, you get Brandon Jennings back.
Who's a
You've
no
got
defense
a pretty
player.
decent point guard rotation.
Reggie Jackson's not that good.
The Tolliver effect, right?
The Tolliver effect. Reggie Jackson is pretty decent. He's a good scorer. He needs to learn to dish it a little bit better. I think Jackson's a good scorer.
I do too.
I think he's a good point guard. I think he's young. He's hungry. Wants to be better.
The bench needs to be a little better, but
Well, that's like I said. You get Brandon Jennings coming off the bench, quarterbacking your bench unit. It looks a little different.
instead of having the Predator Steve Blake, but I mean,
Steve Blake gives you a veteran presence, though.
He's also a short, skinny white guy who can't ball anymore. I just heard an audible boo.
yes.
Are you saying he can't play?
He
I
doesn't
think
look that
Antonio
good.
booed you.
I think I heard a boo. Must stink to sit in the control room where you don't have a mic and you can't talk. That's
Yeah.
Anthony.
That's life for you.
He's been relegated to director duties.
Hey, we're in a performance-based industry.
We are.
You need the ratings.
Yes, ratings.
And when you don't have the
ratings
ratings,
matter.
the weak link must go.
Are you
Just-
saying I'm the weak link?
No, I'm saying the
No.
guy that's gone is the weak link.
And I'm filling in on an interim basis.
I don't know. We could sign the paperwork today to get you on here for a 3-year deal.
I mean, you never know. I would appreciate the gesture, but I'm gonna have to contact my agent first and go from there.
We'll send you the paperwork.
Of course.
I hear a lot of squawking in there. I don't
Yeah.
know what's going on.
Hey, I wish the Oregon Duck mascot was here.
Why?
Or actually, the Kansas City Royal mascot will be here for you.
What does he
Slugger,
look like?
get Slugger.
Yeah, bring Slugger over here for this guy.
What does he look like? Moose?
No.
No,
Mike
he's a lion with a
Yeah.
crown on.
Yeah,
That's the
I'd
only
bring
crown
him.
that any Lions had on, and that would be the only
I'd bring-
lion with the crown on this.
I'd bring him over. Because that would be perfect for him.
You got anything else you want to talk about with the Pistons?
Nope, we're done.
Go Pistons, go Wings, even though they lost to his Stars.
Oops.
Oops.
We'll be right back.
Hi.
And the
Hello, Oakland County. This is Sammy Taormina talking OA Now. In it, we'll talk various stories ranging from the state to Oakland County teams affecting the OAA. Catch us here on OA Now. Hello, Lake Orion. It's Anthony Taormina, co-host of Between Taorminas. I want to let you know of a new show called History Now. In it, we're going to talk about global, national, and political events that occur in our lifetime. We're going to also have guests and also have co-hosts as well, and also plenty of surprises. Catch us on History Now here on ONTV.
Hey, this is Mickey York from Fox Sports Detroit. When I want to get the inside scoop on local sports, I watch Between Taorminas or Fox Sports Detroit.
Hi, I'm Anthony Taormina, and welcome back to Between
He
Taorminas.
can boo me all he wants. Too bad his
You
avalanche stinks.
just what?
It actually said
You
Anthony
just
Taormina.
said his name. Why?
It said it on the screen.
Yeah.
You're in so much trouble.
Oops.
You are in so much trouble.
I'm in trouble.
I know. Hey, let's talk about hockey.
No.
Hi,
Hey.
I'm Anthony Taormina, and I like the Michigan Wolverines.
Hey, let's talk about hockey. You know what? Your waste of a hockey teams are 8-1, not making the playoffs.
Well, we like the same team, so how would it be our hockey teams? It'd be our hockey team.
Your hockey team is 8-1, and my team is 14-4.
Okay, you're doing all right. It's early in the season, though, but you're doing good.
Too bad you don't play Babcock every game, huh?
You
Babcock.
shut up about Babcock. Babcock is a waste of talent.
Hey,
Even
you know
though he
what?
beat my
That
team
Babcock
twice.
stare is going to give you nightmares. It's already given Lindy Ruff nightmares.
You shut up about Lindy Ruff. Hey, my team plays Buffalo tomorrow night. So
Lindy
Hey,
Ruff
nobody
has
cares.
a strong pocket square game, though.
Hey, Lindy Ruff will be coach of the year this year. You just watch.
If they can keep it up, maybe.
You know, I
but
can tell you why. I can tell you why the Detroit Red Wings are in so much trouble. They haven't played well. They've lost 4 straight games. They play Ottawa tonight.
It's not been 4 straight.
No, it's been 3 out of 4, but they also won 5 out of 6 the previous, before this little skid.
Well, how come they sit 8-1? How come they sit 8-1?
They started the season out. Look, you started the season out 3-0. You lost 5 straight, and yeah, you didn't look good, but they've actually put it together. You got Pavel Datsyuk back. Even when they lost to your Stars, they still played pretty well. Look, I don't look at record necessarily and indicate that. I look at possession numbers. I look at this and that.
And some
Wings
crappy
are-
calls.
The Wings are the Wings are playing better than what the record indicates, but the Stars are for real. And I would have told you that at the beginning of the year, anyways.
It is alarming the fact that the Wings cannot score.
They
Right.
can't score.
And the fact that they have, in my opinion, 8 or 9 guys who have 20 or more goals, or in my opinion, 8 or 9 guys who could score 20 goals. And I'm unwavered. Oh boy. Oh boy.
Oh, boy.
The Grim Reaper just walked into the studio.
We have a disgruntled
We have
former
this
employee.
employee here.
Oh, God.
You idiot!
What?
You
What?
imbecile!
Security. This man doesn't work here anymore.
Oh yeah, I am.
Oh,
Man, the
man,
myth, the
oh,
legend, how you
man.
doing? You idiot!
You don't have a mic. No one can hear you. No one can hear you.
Stop it. Okay, stop it.
Wow, an Avalanche fan here watching Terry and Lima. Hey, just imagine what somebody would like to do to you.
Just call
Hey,
me Darren McCarty.
Sam, I hope that your Stars beat up on the Avalanche.
I've already lost them once this year.
Hey, it's okay. You'll beat them. You'll beat them multiple times.
Thank you. I might get revenge. Now I don't know about this guy.
I don't
because
either.
I know.
I
There's
would be concerned for your life, Ian.
I'm a little concerned.
I know.
I
There's,
might try and save you.
There's
but
a lot of people. There's a lot of people here. I know there's people in Fort Wayne, Indiana want to kill you. There's people in Kansas City, Missouri wants to kill you.
Yeah.
I mean, heck, there's people in Dallas, Texas want to kill you.
You just listed off 3 hideous, ugly towns in this great
And even
nation.
Denver, Colorado wants to kill you.
No, people in Denver love me.
People in
Yeah.
Denver.
Yep, Joe Sakic loves me.
No, he doesn't.
Rob Blake loves them.
Patrick Waugh loves me.
Hey, Patrick Waugh is a great idol, isn't he?
Peter Forsberg is great.
Hey, we got college. Hey, let's talk about college
Yes,
football.
let's
talk
talk about
college football.
Oh, God.
Michigan State plays Ohio State this weekend.
Yes.
Why don't you
Michigan
pull up a
plays
chair?
Penn State in Happy Valley.
Yeah.
That's going to be an interesting game.
Who do you got winning that game?
I do have Michigan, because here's the thing is, even though they're going to be playing another good quarterback, but Penn State doesn't impress me at all this year. And I thought they were going to be a team that might actually make sense.
I thought Indiana would have beat Michigan.
I did too, but at the same time, Indiana just didn't get it
They
done.
should have beat Michigan.
They should have. I mean, then again, I don't. Hopefully, Connor Cook is healthy though against OSU. I mean, let's get into that game because I think most of us can agree that Michigan probably has a chance to beat Penn State. So let's not get into that game. Let's
Who
get
do
in.
you got in that game tonight?
Is there a reason?
Well,
Is there
a
a
certain
reason
somebody
for
that
this?
we all, a certain someone that all 4 of us know, is going to go down to Columbus for that game.
Mike Flenny.
No, Sullivan.
Oh,
Thanks
for the
for
MSU game?
Yep, he's going down to MSU OSU. It's gonna be college game day.
You know
Yeah.
I
Sully?
think Valeni's gonna be. I think Valeni's gonna be down there as well too.
Oh,
You
yeah?
know who
But-
who do you got winning that game?
Buckeyes.
I want to say the Buckeyes, but if you gave me the Vegas spread, I'd have to consider Michigan State, depending on where the spread is.
13 and a half,
13
I
and a
think.
half.
On the banks of the Red Sea.
I got
River.
Michigan State pulling off the upset. I do got them pulling off the big upset. Thank you.
You know, here's the thing, though, is JT Barrett is solid. Ezekiel Elliott's solid. I mean, that defense hasn't been as actually good as I thought it'd be all year at Ohio State, but they're still a good football team. I mean, in Michigan State, my only thing with them is if JT Barrett can throw and get behind that secondary, then you might have a chance. But, I mean, they might have a chance to really do some business, but that front seven of Michigan State's still going to get to the quarterback. They're still going to get to Ezekiel Elliott.
The key
I mean,
is you can't let Michigan State, you can't let their freshman young secondary get exposed, because if the key is you can't let Braxton Miller control the game, you can't let JT Barrett control the game, especially not Ezekiel Elliott. Because the reason why I think Michigan State's going to pull off the upsets because Connor Cook, they saved them for this game. Connor Cook's going to be huge for this game, and I just think that they're going to find a way and win this game.
Well, we don't know if Connor Cook's even going to be healthy enough.
I know, but I think he's going to play.
This State's pass rush, be it a blitz or the front four, have got to get home.
Right.
They do.
They cannot leave time for Barrett to sit in the pocket and pick apart that secondary.
I mean, that front four is NFL quality, if you will. I mean,
it is, but they did not play that way against
No.
Nebraska.
No.
And Ohio State's got a pretty formidable
It's-
front line.
Yep.
If Michigan State wants to put themselves in a position mentally to win that game, they will. As long as you have Mark D'Antonio as the head coach at Michigan State, you're going to give yourself an opportunity to win these big games.
Yep.
And this team's done this before. Do I think this is probably not a very the skill in this MSU team is not what we've seen the past 3 or 4 seasons, but they still give themselves a chance to win. If I had to go off the Vegas spread, they will have a chance to win this game. But people, I think it's going to be closer than what a lot of the analysts expect. Because honestly, a lot of people probably expect that this is going to be a game that's going to be a blowout for Ohio State.
Right.
I don't think
it's going to be a blowout. I really don't think it will be a blowout.
What
But
time's kick?
3:30.
3:30?
I just don't think it's going to be a blowout because I think Michigan State's going to – it's going to be very similar to 1998 because nobody's giving Michigan State a chance. Ohio State has got a lot of momentum coming in. A lot of everything is running with Ohio State, but I just think it's going to be very similar to
Well, I'm
1998
hoping
when
that-
Michigan State shocks Ohio State.
Well, I'm hoping that Michigan State can return their running game, and I'm hoping that Madre London can be healthy for this game because Gerald Holmes and LJ Scott, they've proven they can be good benefactors and players, but they haven't proven to be those go-to playmaking guys. They really haven't. And Madre London was proving to be that. Now he got hurt. I don't know what his status might be for the Ohio State game, but if they can get him back for that
Well, the
game,
key is the offensive line because if the offensive line of Michigan State shows up, then I think they're going to be fine. I mean, everybody's worried about Joey Bosa.
I think it's both lines. O and
Both
D
lines
line.
have got to show up.
Yep.
that's been probably the strength of MSU this year has been the O and D line for the most part, and it's got to show up big. Ohio State's beatable. I mean, they've shown that they're beatable. I mean, hell, they were down. They were down at one point to Virginia Tech. I mean, let's be fair here.
True.
So
Tech's
I mean,
not
you
that
got to take
Then they
advantage
woke
of.
up.
You got to take advantage. I mean, this is still a very talented state squad. It's not like it was the past couple of years, but it's still a talented
They're
state
still
squad.
talented.
Got to take
So I think
advantage of the
Michigan-
opportunities.
You got Michigan State winning or Ohio State?
Like I said, if Vegas odds came out, I would take State for that. Something's telling me Ohio State might squeak it out close, but
I
if
think
I
Michigan
said
State
State,
wins.
I wouldn't be surprised if State would win this game.
I think Michigan State wins. I think Penn State beats Michigan.
No.
No. What, you think Hacky Sack's going to go all over that Michigan secondary?
Remember he did last year, 2 years ago.
Fear Jabril.
That was before the khakis came to town.
That was
Yeah, about the
that was
khaki.
that was before Captain Khakis came to town.
All right, everybody. It's time to sign off here, and Anthony's right behind you, and goodbye, Ian.
I will see you all next week. Goodbye, wonderful
Goodbye,
Lake
Ian.
Orion people.
You're going to get this, Ian. Ah! Ah! Ah!
All right, stop it. Stop it.